This is a diary of the World Nomad Games. Our film crew is in the sunny city of Cholpon-Ata, and everything is ready here to welcome guests. The stands were renovated, the stables were built, and new pavement roads were laid out. The city has significantly improved because this event was expected for exactly 2 years. Several days of exciting competitions in national sports are ahead of us. Stay with us. Games are held for the third time, but they have never enjoyed such a wide interest from the audience. Nearly 3,000 participants represent more than 50 countries this year. We learned here that there is a Japanese team in the Tajik wrestling and the Kokpar team from New Zealand. The UN recognized these types of sport. World Nomad Games are held under the auspices of UNESCO. As for today, it is a very popular and famous brand. There are more than 500 foreign, 200 local journalists. This suggests that people are interested in this event. They want to convey the idea of the World Nomad Games. Representatives of 60 countries and 11 subjects of the Federation, more than 1,600 athletes and more than 200 judges have arrived today. The largest delegation is from Kyrgyzstan, 458 people. It is followed by Russia, and Kazakhstan is on the third place. For comparison, in 2016, our country was represented by only 75 athletes. Despite this, all previous years, the team of Kazakhstan was among the top 3 teams, but Kyrgyzstan was always a winner. The main feature of the third World Nomad Games from the previous ones is that on the eve of the Games, we held a scientific and practical conference on the Altai delegation. The second, there are a lot of cultural events. And the third component is sports. In addition, we increased the types of sports. On the second World Nomad Games, there were 24 types of sport. This year, there are 37 kinds of sport. After holding World Nomad Games in 2016, the number of tourists has increased. This whole year, we have been advertising Kyrgyzstan. Thanks to the World Nomad Games, we were able to talk about Kyrgyzstan for a whole year. To invite tourists to Kyrgyzstan, you can see a huge number of foreign tourists relaxing on the coast of Issykul, on our Jailau, in our gorges and cities. We are at the competitions for Gushtenguru. This is an ancient national Tajik wrestling. Competitions on this sport started before the opening of the World Nomad Games, and very soon the winner will be determined here. The rules are really simple. 2 athletes go to the carpet in national clothes and try to throw each other holding a soft belt. The fight itself lasts 10 minutes, and judging by the description, it is very spectacular. Gushtenguru has its roots in the Middle Ages. Fights are held at a fast pace. It is a bout of footsteps, undercuts, subcuts, and throws with belt gripping. Kazakhstan was represented by 3 sportsmen. 2 were able to win bronze medals. They are on the account of Berikbol Muratkan and Maksanjan Dildayev. In 3 weight categories, the victories are on the account of the representatives of Kyrgyzstan, Russia, and Turkmenistan. And who is the main competitor for our team? Of course, Kyrgyzstan, nobody else. In 2016, in team competition, we were favorites. This year we believe that we should be the first. In general, the World Games of Nomads give impetus to the development of national sports, not only in Kazakhstan or Kyrgyzstan, but throughout the world. By themselves, the nomadic games seem to be designed for the Kazakhs and for the Kyrgyz, because we are nomads ourselves. On the opening day, competitions began on Togus, Gurgul, Ovula and Mangala. In total, Kazakhstan athletes will compete in 32 types of sport out of 37. According to the trainers, our athletes have high chances to excel in each of the disciplines. In other words, we have a training school and a base where you can do it. Yes, in Kazakhstan, in all regions, we are engaged in Kokpar, 14 regions and 3 cities. Each region has a team for Kokpar. We have championships and tournaments in Kazakhstan. This gives impetus to the development of national sports, including Kokpar.
И турниры. Соответственно, все это дает толчок для развития национальных видов спорта, и в том числе Kokpar.
How do you personally assess the preparation and organization of the Nomad Games?
Но я думаю, это все.
I think it all comes with experience. Of course, with past Nomad Games, there were a few nuances that were not taken into account. I think they will be taken into account this year. Now I think everything is very good. The fact is that we all have arrived, we were all accommodated and everyone was well received. We passed the Credential Commission. Now we hope that the games will be fair, dignified and at a high level.
Справедливо, достойно, на высоком уровне.
The culmination of the day, of course, was a solemn opening ceremony. The show was possible due to 1,500 people, among them musicians, stuntmen, circus performers and volunteers. In the plot of the story, the history of the world nomadic tribe is interwoven with a unique Kyrgyz heritage, the great epic Manas and the work of the writer Chingiz Aytmatov.
Ağlam göçü, ağım şarın toktotpay.
Our opening ceremony is called the Tree of Life. At first glance, it is a strange name, but it is not strange, it's natural. Because the Nomad is the universe, it began with him and it continues with him. We are all nomads today. Thank God we're all people of the world. We all travel, we all communicate. We hope that the World Nomad Games will present bright, authentic content that will be interesting for the leading foreign media. The leading TV channels will broadcast our games. 400 artists arrived from 30 countries, 500 journalists came from 58 countries.
Культурных артистов прибыло из 30 стран. 500 журналистов, представителей СМИ прибыло из 58 стран.
I think this is a very high level of participation of foreign guests. Presidents of several countries will take part too.
Про самый высокий уровень у нас принимают участие президенты нескольких стран.
The opening ceremony was attended by the athletes themselves. They will fight for the title of the best, and guests will have the holiday of a nomadic civilization that united dozens of countries and thousands of people.